Hello and welcome to Ryno's Orioles Report. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Well, Orioles able to win 2 of the 3 games against the Tigers. That first game, mostly in hand by the Orioles, except when the squirrel ran onto the field and was running around the field for 2-3 innings. They finally got it off the field in the 7th inning. That part was nuts. Then you get to game 2. The game is also nuts because the Orioles get shut out, don't get a runner to second base or third base or home the entire game. That's pretty nuts. And then game 3, Tarek Skubal starting, shutting everybody down until the 7th inning comes around. And yeah, the Orioles end up winning. They scored, 7? They come back from 7 runs down. That's nuts. That hasn't happened in a long time. 17 years. Whole damn series was nuts. Yes, I am on MASNsports.com. I will get to them a little bit later. Let's get to MLB.com. This is the scores section of MLB.com. Here you see all the games. You can pick which ones to look at. Bam. There's a little arrow button up here. Let you go between each day. That's how I go and find the games I want to talk about because I talk about them after. Game 1, Baltimore Orioles 8, Detroit Tigers 5. Beavers still in that leadoff spot. I think they're liking that. He has raised his average a bit. We'll see if Rutschman and Basayo come back, if they revert back to something else. But so far this is working. Hitting an RBI for Dylan Beavers. Tyler O'Neill off the bench. Hit and an RBI. His average is up to 210 after this game. Colton Cowser, defensive replacement late. Or because they didn't want. They'd rather have Tyler O'Neill out there than Colton Cowser. I mean, that makes sense. But at the same time, yeah, he's fine. It's fine. However, just kind of weird. Because I think they're both good defenders. Cowser did not get in that bat. Well, officially he doesn't get in that bat. He did walk once. Pete Alonso, 2 hits. Gunnar Henderson, 1 hit. And a walk, DHing this night. Taylor Ward, no hits, but an RBI and 2 walks. Leody Taveras hitting an RBI. Jackson Holliday playing shortstop, 4 hits. Yeah, 4 hits. All right. Kobe Mayo, 2 hits and 3 RBIs. No, it wasn't a lefty that was starting. Kobe Mayo's average is up to 201. Holy, wow. We got Kobe Mayo and Tyler O'Neill hitting over 200 now. Crazy, ain't it? Yeah. Jeremiah Jackson starting at second base. Ofer, but did get an RBI. Chadwick Trump, 0 for 4. Somehow he didn't strike out, which I guess is something. Extra base hits. Alonso and Holliday with doubles. Taveras, Mayo, and O'Neill with home runs. Okay. Stolen base by Cowser and a caught stealing by Jackson Holliday. Kyle Bradish with the start in this game. Didn't get his usual quality start, which is okay. Did win the game. It was not that great of a start. He didn't necessarily get blown out and therefore not give the Oriole offense a chance to win the game. Technically did keep them in the game. 5 runs is not a huge differential in today's Major League Baseball. I mean, maybe when you get to the 8th or the 9th inning, it sure seems like a lot. But if that's your starter going not even 5 innings, giving up 5 runs, that's not too much to come back from because he got almost the whole game. 4 2/3 of an inning for Bradish. Does give up 10 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned, which is weird, especially with the Oriole defense. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Getting your Cano, first man out of the pen, so getting the last out of the fifth inning, and then the first 2 outs of the sixth inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Garrett Wolfram getting the last out of the sixth inning and then pitching the full seventh inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Andrew, I almost forgot his damn name. Andrew Kittredge pitching the full 8th inning. Does give up 1 hit, but no runs, no walks, and 1 strikeout. Rico Garcia in for the 9th inning. A 3-run lead, so you got some to play with. Will not work out as well in a later game. I'll get to that. Pitching the full 9th inning, Rico Garcia gets his 5th save. No hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. I don't know. What about ABS challenges? Overturn, confirmed. 2 overturns by Chadwick Trump. How about that? Very useful. Probably not as useful as a hit, but maybe it is. All right, let's get to the videos, and I will talk about what notes I have. Oh wait, let me mute. I turned the sound down for the whole site because if I'm talking and they're talking at the same time, yeah, not going to go well. All right, Jackson Holliday has a very nifty slide getting into second base, really stretching a single into a double, but with the slide, that helped a lot. Tavares has a misplay in the second. He slid to try to pull up and block the ball at the same time. Just did not work out well. Again, that wasn't called an error, which is weird, but okay. You can judge for yourself. Chadwick Trump dumps in. What the hell's the word? Double play. He hits into a double play. Forgot what words are there for a minute. In the third, and okay, it ended the inning, but why would 2 outs? It means there was 1 out in the inning, so why not have him bunt? Guy's hitting below 200. Okay, he's trying really hard, and he's doing good. There's an RBI there by Taylor Ward because he beats out the double play. If he hits into the double play, even if they're not out of the inning, it's not an RBI for whatever reason. But Chadwick Trump, hey, why not have him bunt? I mean, you had him roll over into a double play. So, could have saved you 1 out, maybe. I mean, who knows? I guess maybe that's the thought process. But he's not exactly hitting the ball, is he? That's why Sam Huff is not with the team right now. Oh, sorry. Spoiler alert. Holliday has a misplay in the 4th. We'll get to it. Again, a misplay, not an error. Tavares misplay on a catch. That one's a little bit debatable. It was a very deep fly ball. Did he miss his opportunity to catch it, or was it really just too far out away from him? It looks like it was between 2 inches and -1 inch from the web or pocket of his glove. So some of the broadcasters and the commentators think that it tipped off his glove. I kind of think it missed it, but maybe it did kind of nick it at the end. Kind of iffy. Very tough play. I mean, is that even a misplay? I mean, if you can barely get the strings of your glove on a ball in the outfield, is it a misplay? I mean, we'll see it here. Coming up in 5th inning. This is still the first. Tyler O'Neill pinch hit home run. 6th inning. And the squirrel in the 7th. And yes, that did make it to the videos. Here you're going to see Jackson Holliday slide coming up here. I mean, it looked like he could have been a double, but left fielder gets to it real quick. Check that slide out. Check out this camera angle, too. Right there at the cutout of the infield grass, they got a camera stationed up there in Detroit. Let's go. Show the replay. I don't care about AJ Hinch. Show us the replay. Thank you. It's not exactly what I wanted a replay of. The slide. I want to see the slide. Give me the angle I was just talking about. Oh. Oh, well, I guess maybe they didn't show it here. They showed it on the broadcast. It was... I don't think I've ever seen one out there at second base. I feel like I've seen it for home plate. Just in front of the infield grass, staring back at the catcher and the batter and the umpire. But never one at second base like that. That was kind of neat. And then Cowser has... I just wrote Cowser in the 8th. Oh, is that when he robbed the hit? Because in the next game, he tries the same thing and misses it. Yeah. Where are we at? In the second inning here, you got Holiday slide. And then we're going to... Tavares is the next one here. So let's scroll in this list over here and we'll line it up to wherever Dylan Beavers is hitting. He gets a single, 3 runs in now. That's going to be it. Here's going to be the triple. Yep, led off the inning, which is great. Here's Leody Taveras. I mean, that has to be an error. That's an error. Because if he doesn't slide, the ball hits him and stays in front of him. Okay, maybe it's still a double. But it's not a triple. Right? That has to be an error. That's part of the reason why I talk about some of these misplays is because you might say, oh, you only mention them if there's an error. But the official scorekeeper doesn't always make the right call. Because that was an error. That was clearly an error. All right, where are we at here? This is, you're going to see it where Trump will hit into a double play to end the inning. The Orioles are going to put a few runs on the board first. Who was it that just hit that? That was Kobe Mayo. So we're here. Jeremiah Jackson's going to get hit by a pitch, and then it'll be Chadwick Trump at the plate. And yes, you can see bases loaded, 1 out. Is that why there wasn't a bunt? Maybe. Because then it's essentially a suicide squeeze. But is the play closer than that? Could it be a little closer than that? I think it would have been a little closer. But that's just my opinion. I guess. However, let's go. Let's try to skip ahead a bit because we got a lot to talk about. This is the 4th. This is the Jackson Holiday misplay here. Tough to say that that's an error because as far in the 6.5 hole as he had to go, is he even able to get an out there? That's tough. That's something, even if he fields it cleanly. Even if he fields it cleanly, which, it hits the palm of his hand. He's on the run, running in the 6.5 hole between shortstop position and third base position, 6.5 hole. The Tony Gwynn hole, if you will. Kind of tough to call that an error, but it is, at the very least, a missed opportunity to get it out in the inning and maybe end the inning a little quicker. You see Tavares here hitting a home run. That was cool. It was a very nice hit. Got out of there in a hurry. Then after a single by Jackson Holiday, you're going to get another home run. And you're going to see that Kobe Mayo can hit righties. Maybe that's what he really needed to get going. He needed the Orioles to see a bunch of lefties because they started off this season, the first 2 weeks they didn't see a single left-handed starting pitcher. Then you get some more lefties in there. Kobe Mayo gets some more at-bats, some more quality at-bats against an opponent he has a little bit of an advantage over. Get some confidence, get some swings in. Maybe that's what it was. But he almost hit it in that little Caesar's Pizza hole out there. I don't know what it is, but it's like a hole like at a mini golf course or something. You hit a home run in there, I guess you get free pizza. Or you get everybody free pizza. That's cool. Curious now how many people have ever hit into it. See, that's the camera angle I was talking about. But, I mean, obviously that was the home plate one, not the second base one. But I've seen that angle from cameras before. This is the other misplay by Tavares. Does that ball hit his glove? Or, I mean, was it just too far out of his reach? I'm not going to say that it should be an error. But again, maybe a missed opportunity. Maybe a dive could have gotten the ball. Maybe. If he doesn't hurt himself on the way down and then can't get up and get the ball. Going to see another angle of it here in a minute. Of him trying to catch this ball. I don't know why they suck with that camera angle. Give me a closer up. Another angle. Give me a closer up of his glove. No? No? I mean, we can't even see the ball here. Okay, fine. Don't. Yeah. Sometimes I'm just at the mercy of it. If I click around too much in the video, I do risk it getting a little fuzzy. Would have liked to see Mayo sustain the tag on that one. Because you never know. In some of those pop-up slides sometimes, they pop up this far off the base. With both feet, no hands on it. Sometimes it happens. And if you sustain a tag, you could steal it out that way. Sustain the tag. You've seen it happen in a few instances, but not in that one. Sixth inning here. Oh, look who it is. Tyler O'Neill to lead off the inning on an 0-2 count. It's about time an Oriole hitter doing that instead of all the opposing hitters doing it. Yeah, because that's annoying. But in our favor this time. Good. About time. The squirrel. We're coming up on the squirrel here. I don't need to see all the replays here. Yeah. Now maybe I'll go and show you this one. This is the top of the seventh. The squirrel is between this. Is this a hit and run? I mean, Jackson Holliday was out by what? 10 feet. It's probably a busted hit and run or a hit and run that just Jeremiah Jackson couldn't touch the ball. Try to hook around, slide, and it did not work. Here we go. Here's the squirrel. It's a little black thing here. Here's Larry Tavares out there. Sent that squirrel flying. Yeah. I don't know what some of these guys are doing out there. I mean, a fearless squirrel, though. Just charging down people. How many times have you ever seen that? I don't think I've ever seen a squirrel get that close to people before. And yeah, you do want to do, maybe that is or isn't the best way to catch a squirrel, but you don't want to get your hands too close to a squirrel because they bite. And they like biting on things. Yeah, definitely have chewed up my gas line a bit and had to have that replaced a few times in my truck. Yeah, that's... With a ball in his hand the whole time. What the hell was going on out there? Yeah, that was nuts. Get it? It's okay. If you didn't think it was that funny, blame Craig Alvarez. I stole it from him because he definitely said that in the post-game interview. But yeah, that squirrel thing was nuts. It's a good dad joke. Oh, did I miss the Colt Cowser one? You're going to show a replay of this? Oh, you're going to show a replay of the guy watching it happen? Are you going to show a replay of the catch? We're just going to watch Colt Cowser. Okay. Yeah, look how far away he is from that ball. And that ball is just trailing away from him, too. The whole time. Straight dive. Does kind of land on the leg. And does feed it to Larry Tavares to get the ball in. Smart. Rico Garcia. Because it's the ninth inning. I don't know. Sometimes you get good Rico. Sometimes you get bad Rico. Wonder what exactly the deal is. I mean, is it the ninth inning? Does he have better chances now in the ninth inning? This is one of the Chadwick Trump overturns. Does he have a different mentality going into a ninth inning? Let's say going into the 7th or the 8th or the 10th or the 11th. Yeah, you'll see him coming into the 11th. Pete Alonso gets the final out. There we go. All right, moving on. Yeah, this one was a clunker. Baltimore Orioles 0. Detroit Tigers 14. No. This was the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers, not the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. No, the Orioles and the Tigers. Dylan Beavers DH'd and played left field. Over. Pete Alonso, over with a walk. Chadwick Trump comes in late in the game to pitch. 0-1. Gunnar Henderson back at shortstop, 0-4. Taylor Ward, 0-3. Jeremiah Jackson playing left field and third base. Late in the game does not get an at-bat because then Mayo goes from third to first. Following that, yeah, maybe. Right. But then Beavers goes in a DH. You put Chadwick Trump. Whew, confusing. A little bit confusing. Jeremiah Jackson does not get an at-bat. Larry Tavares, 0-2, but a walk. Jackson Holiday, 2 hits. It does appear that Jackson Holiday is trying to get hits more now than, let's say, home runs. Because it definitely did look like he was trying to hit the long ball. Now he's trying to hit the little ball. And he's doing a lot better. Coben Mayo, 0-4. Colton Cowser, 0-4. Yohel Pozo, assuming I am pronouncing that correctly. Probably not. 1 hit. Yeah, new catcher. The new guy gets a hit in the first game. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Yeah. Sam Huff designated for assignment. I'll talk about the moves at the end. But welcome. Good job getting hits. Total bases. Holiday 2, Pozo 1. That's it. Look at how small this part of the box score is. Shit. Wow. It almost looks like one team just didn't show up to the game. It really does. And no, it wasn't Tarek Skubal pitching for the Tigers. It was Melton. Was it Tom Melton? Yeah, I don't know who that is. Error by Mayo. Yeah, cool. Though it really didn't have an effect on the game. It really didn't. I mean, there is an unearned run, but when it was 14-0, it doesn't matter. Dean Kramer gets a start in this game. Did not have a good outing for Dean. Dean Kramer did not have a good outing. For only 4 innings pitched, 81 pitches, giving up 8 hits, 8 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Albert Suarez in for an inning and a third, so pitching the full 5th, and then 1 out into the 6th. Not exactly sure why he didn't go a little longer, but that's fine. He did throw 40 pitches, maybe that's why. It's kind of high. Suarez gives up 5 hits, 2 runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Josh Walker in to finish off the 6th and then pitch the full 7th. Gives up 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run. But again, it doesn't really matter. No walks, 1 strikeout. Chadwick Trump in to pitch the 8th. And he gives up 3 hits and 2 runs and a walk. And no strikeouts. Let's look at this. Overturn. 3 overturns in total. 1 by Pozo, 1 by Mayo, and then 1 by Valencia, the Tigers catcher. Maybe he was DHing this game, and was him at the plate. No, ball overturned a strike. He was catching. Chadwick Trump lost the challenge in the end. So, players 3, umpires 1. Okay. So far, I think ABS is working out fine. Other than, I don't think there's enough chances. I just feel that with that many pitches that get thrown, you gotta have more. You gotta have more. Let's get to the videos. Let's see if we can stomach watching this shit. As I mentioned, maybe you heard at the opening, no runner in scoring position at all this game for the Baltimore Orioles, which is terrible. Terrible. Cowser has a missed catch in the first. Trying to do what he did the game prior to this. Just did not work out well at all. Then Cowser has a bad throw in the second. Yeah, a lot of misplays. Just one error total? Okay. I'll talk about why I think these are bad plays or misplays in a minute. Pozo hit a hit in his first at bat. Taveras. Oh, here's Cowser. Almost the exact same damn spot. What the hell do I have? Oh, a Taveras catch to get out of the sixth. Oh, and then that's it, because there's nothing else really worth talking about. So we'll see if we can speed some of this up a little bit. Yeah, Cowser goes down hard, and he wasn't really close. Oh, let's see another replay of it. No, let's keep going. A home run there. Oh, is this the Cowser bad throw? No, that's Ward there. The Cowser bad throw's coming up, and it's only a bad throw because he throws the third, but that means there was a runner on base, and so the batter gets to move up to second base because he threw all the way. That's why it's a bad throw, because he throws in a second, then the guy that hit the ball doesn't get to go to second base yet. Yet, anyway. Does that help? Does that help get out of the inning? Could you potentially get a double play? I mean, if double play is there because you got the runner on first, will you get it or not? That's, you know, the other thing there. But at the same time, even if he is on first, does he score on his double? Maybe. Possibly. It is just as likely that he would score that he wouldn't score, so who really knows? Where is the Pozo hit? Oh, yeah, and then there's a double play. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, see, Pozo gets wiped out by Alonso. It didn't show you the Pozo hit, but they showed you Alonso crowding into a double play. That's Pozo there on first. We even see him. I was like, was he even in the picture? Yeah, he's kind of in it. So hasn't got any screen time, has he? He had one of 3 hits, and they still haven't put him in the video. Well, that should tell you something. And the 6th, I mean, we could almost fast forward all the way to the 6th because it's just the Tigers scoring a butt ton of runs. And the next game, I'm going to have a lot to say because it was kind of a long game. We're still in the 5th here. Look at that. I mean, the video's almost over. Because there's just nothing going on. As far as the Orioles are going. I mean, if you're the Tigers, you probably love this shit, right? I'm sure. I would hope so. All right, we're going to get this should be the Leody Taveras catch coming up. Yeah. All right. I mean, I don't know why we're watching videos. I'm high-fiving, but that's fine. Yeah. I mean, another gapper. Maybe it's not the greatest catch in the world, but gets you out of the inning. Of course, it's 10-0, so it doesn't necessarily matter. But you kind of like, in a game that's practically over, you still like them going out there and trying. And not completely giving up in the game. You see, we're going to walk there. But fast forward, because don't care that much. At least not for my purposes, because this is an Orioles video, not a Tigers video. Oh, here's Chadwick Trump in the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, look at that one. Man. I guess I don't know if I fully understand sometimes. I feel if you're allowed to intentionally walk people, can't you just speed up the inning like that? I mean, if you're putting a position player out there to pitch, and it's because there's that large of a deficit, can't we just be done? Can we just be done? No? Okay. But yet you're allowed to intentionally walk somebody without throwing the pitches. Like in my mind, that's kind of the same thing. I mean, you're forfeiting. You're forcing your opponent to forfeit an at bat because you think that hitter's so good. Can't we forfeit an inning just because you guys were too good this day? Seems kind of weird that that's not an option. All right, let's get to Game 3. Baltimore Orioles 10, Detroit Tigers 9. Final in 12 innings. Taylor Ward back up to the leadoff spot. Hit, 2 RBIs, and a walk. Pete Alonso still in that 2-hole. 1 hit. Gunnar Henderson, hit and a walk. Tyler O'Neill, cleanup. Over. Disappointing. Still above 200, though. Dylan Beavers pinch hitting late. I guess that's why Taylor Ward went back up to the leadoff spot, because we Beavers got the day off initially. Over, but he did score a run. Colt Kaiser hit an RBI. Actually had the game-winning hit. Edwin Encarnacion Strand, 0-for-6. Coben Mayo, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 2 walks. Leody Taveras hit an RBI. Jeremiah Jackson, 0-for with a walk. Yoel Pozo, 0-for, but he had an RBI. Chadwick Trump, 0-for-2. Jackson Holiday, pinch hitting late. And I don't know. Okay, well, Pozo... No, Holiday pinch hits for Trump and then goes with 2 hits and 3 RBIs. And because you lost your catcher, then you put your backup catcher Pozo in there, and you wanted Holiday to play second base because where else is he going to play third base? I mean, that's an option, I guess. But so you put Pozo in there for Jeremiah Jackson. All right, let's get to the videos. Oh, and I do have another tab because one of the videos I'm going to show you was not in this condensed game here. So let's hit the button and watch Tarek Skubal go to work. Yes, that is his 1,000th strikeout. His 1K. Life's little ironies, huh? All right, what do I got? Skubal and 3 errors through 6 innings seemed insurmountable. But it's baseball. There's no time limit. You have to get your opponent out 27 times. 24 times in some other occasions. Well, if you're losing, you only have to do it 24 times. Trying to do his Jackson Holiday impression there. Alonso error in the 3rd, which is great. Taveras has a good catch in the 4th. Then he misses a ball in the 5th. The next batter gets through. Oh, yeah, because I got some fucking weird notes here. Alright, because I got this underlined here. Oh, and Taveras misses a ball in the outfield, and then the next batter with the infield pulled in, and I have that underlined. The ball gets through, and the runner scores. Orioles with back-to-back errors in the 6th. Then the next batter hits the ball past another pulled-in infield. Not only do you not get the out, but the runner scores anyway. So, how many times Maybe you've seen it in some other games. I don't see it in too many Oriole games where they pull the infield in and actually stop the run from scoring and get the out. Like, what the hell's the point? Get the out. Stop the big inning. Okay, fine. Don't. Your call. Orioles knocked out Skubal and put up 5 runs with 2 outs in the 7th. Happens sometimes, especially for starters when they get near the end of their rope. Gunnar beats the throw to second base again, running from first to second base as a base runner. No double play again. Is this... No, that just gets by Gunnar Henderson there. Oh, and as I'm talking good about Gunnar Henderson, immediately here's another note about Gunnar Henderson playing bad. In the 10th inning, he's on second base, and he's way too damn far off the base. You're going to see that in a minute. I mean, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. An intentional walk. Then double play turned. Infield pulled in. Runner scores. Oh, here's Pete Alonso's throw. Or is this another time that they pulled the infield in a little bit and I just missed that? Yeah, that's the Alonso error. But the infield was in a bit. So what is that, 3 times in this game where they pull the infield in and it just doesn't work out at all? Yeah. Yep. Good job. Annoying. Nothing happening in 4th inning. Let's scroll and we'll get there. Get to where we are. This sacrifice fly here. And yeah, it was costly because if that guy is not allowed to move up to second base, because the runner scored anyway. If he can't move up to second base, then he can't move up on the fly ball and then later be sacrifice flied in. Terry Skubal, remember, you're not going to see the Orioles do anything offensively until the 7th inning. It's only the 4th inning here. Just mowing them down. The good Leody Taveras catch is coming up in the bottom of the 4th inning here. All right, so... Oh, that's right. Because they... Pause. Want to go over here and show you this catch. Here's the ball. Taveras is over here in center field. Maybe not the flashiest or the sexiest catch, but if it falls in, that's a hit, you know. There's 2 outs. Not exactly the easiest play to make. I don't understand why this didn't make the highlight reel at all. Seems weird. But whatever. No, that's not. I did not want to do that at all. This is what I wanted. We're going to go back here and we're going to continue with the main condensed game. It's weird how there are some things that are in, but some things that are not. Okay. This is where he just missed the ball. Let's watch it again. And he's running over, and he misses the ball again. Kind of a rough day in rough series in center field for Leody Taveras, huh? Yeah, and then what happens? The next batter, the infield drawn in because there's a runner on third. You don't want the run to score, but you're going to draw your infield in anyway, and you're going to show the damn replay again. Oh, because he injured his hamstring, or appears to injure his hamstring. What exactly injures, I don't know, but it is pulled from the game. So that's kind of sucks for him, but it does happen. Would have pulled in infield. Again, you don't get the out and the run scores. So pulling in the infield did nothing for you. Just making sure we're all aware of that. You pulled the infield in, and it didn't do anything for you. Oh, look at Leote gets the ball. Guy almost slides off the bag there. I don't know how the hell. What's he got that wide receiver stick him on his glove? How does he keep those fingertips on there? But he does. The video is crapping out on me again. Disappointing. Very, very disappointing. Going all the way to the bottom of the sixth. Going to have back-to-back errors. Encarnacion Strand. And then look, Gunnar Henderson throwing another ball away. So you got you got second and third. Come on, video, clear up a little bit. I think it's cleared up a little bit. And again, with the infield drawn in. Now, this ball was right down the first base line. Does Pete Alonso get to it if he's not pulled in? Maybe, maybe not. But again, pulled in infield, you have to try to get to the ball quickly and either not allow the runners to move up or have a play at the plate. It didn't work out the way you wanted it to. It was almost like doing it meant nothing. Because it did. Yeah. Gunnar leads off with a single. And then here Tyler O'Neill with a nice play over there. He gets out. Gunnar does move up, which is nice. But there's one out. Coming up to it. The comeback's going to start in a minute. Or probably less than a minute. I promise you. Encarnacion Strand with another ground out. Yeah, Gunnar may or may not have should have moved up, but with the high bounces and it backs the shortstop up. Now, yes, AJ Hinch, the manager of the Detroit Tigers, comes out to talk to Scooble. Scooble's not the kind of guy you just yank, but trying to give him a shot since this may be his last start with the Detroit Tigers. Giving him a chance. Because to a certain extent, he has earned that. I think we're kind of glad they left him in there. Yay! Here comes the rally. Woohoo! How about that? Craziness. Yep. And they're still talking about Tyler Scooble, even though he doesn't win this game. Because it's big news. I mean, he's one of the better, if not the best starting pitcher in the game right now. And the Detroit Tigers, if they do sell him at the deadline, are going to get a absolute haul. And the Tigers in the next 2 or 3 years could be a force to be reckoned with, depending on who they get and how they develop those guys. We'll see. Jackson Holiday with another base hit. See, that's what happens when you try to get base hits. Come on, man. I mean, you just got 2 RBIs on that. That's better than hitting a home run. Well, maybe not in that situation. But you try to hit home runs all the damn time. You don't hit balls like that. The Orioles win the game because some of these base hits are just trickling through. You can't try to hit a home run every time. You can't. And then there you go. Pete Alonso pops out the end of the inning. Oh, and they're not going to show that. No, I didn't show this video here, but you can see. Oh, hold on. Because I wanted to talk about that because there's Gunnar beating the damn throw out. But I want, first things first and all. You're going to see here in the bottom, which is bottom of the 7th, there's a triple here and then another strikeout, which would for the second out. But then they intentionally walk somebody to set up the double play. Oh, they didn't get a double play. I missed that. Wait. I could have sworn that happened. Or was that a different game? And I just missed it. I could have sworn that... Well, shit. Oh, no, it's later in the game. Oh, okay, my bad. All right, let's go to the 8th inning then. Because it's almost like 2 games, I swear, man. That's crazy. Yeah, Gunnar in there beating it out again. Maybe they did get the out on that. They may have gotten an out on that. That's Kobe Mayo triple to deep center now. I mean, that's a home run in a lot of other parks. Comerica is a very deep ballpark. And it's tied up. Of course, the Orioles could be winning if this was in almost any other park. 23, 24? What did Kevin Brown and Ben McDonald on the broadcast say? Somewhere around there. Fast forwarding all the way to the 10th inning. Gonna be throw. So here in the 10th inning, you're gonna see. Oh, while I was looking at my notes, you saw. Now I want to show you why. And there was a move up earlier in the game, which you see usually when the ball's in front of you, if you're here off of second base on a lead, if the ball is hit between you and third base, usually you don't move up. And I have gone over this before because the Orioles keep making this mistake, especially with a right-handed infielder, which they all are except for the first baseman usually. Though it's not always that a left-handed first baseman is there, but because it's such an easy throw to third base. It is such an easy throw to third base. Now, if it's behind the runner, as in back towards second base or even right field, then the fielder, the shortstop, most likely, or even the second baseman, it's a longer throw. And then a shortstop would actually have to turn his body. Second baseman doesn't really have to turn his body, but it's a longer throw. And to a certain extent, the runner is kind of in the way. It's not the case here. You see Gunnar Henderson wandering off of second base. I mean, he's already in scoring position, and especially as fast as he is. But then the guy catches the ball, and then you're stumbling, and then you get thrown out because you don't know how to run bases. Yep. All right, the intentional walk is coming up soon. It happened in the 10th inning. Yes, okay. You're going to get a ground out, then you're going to get Riley Green, intentional walk. And then you're going to get Eduardo Valencia here. Now it's 1st and 3rd. Do you come home with this ball? Or do you turn a double play and get out of the inning? Depends on who's running. Well, if it's the backup catcher, or maybe, yeah, he's the backup catcher, you got a good shot at turning a double play. Hopefully that's why he did it. You never know with Gunnar sometimes. Did he make the right choice because he used baseball knowledge to make the right choice? He knew there was a backup catcher running, so he knew he had time to get the double play. Sure, hope so. Here we are in the 11th inning. Leody Taveras bunting because of the walk, so 2nd and 3rd. What exactly else do I have up here? Okay, Garcia. But here's Pozo with a sacrifice fly. Did his job. Good job. And moves up both runners. Now, that was pretty close at the plate. Maybe Christian Encarnacion Strand should, work on running a little bit faster. Because that was close. So maybe that pinch running Mayo for him was an okay decision. But at the same time, that in that last hit, I mean, he wasted something for you. And here you're going to get another guy, Jackson Holliday, another base hit. It's scoring runs. I mean, you're getting as many runs scored and driven in as you would with home runs. Because you're not going to hit the home run all the time. And as soon as we get into the thing here, speed up the video, I don't even know who this is. Is that Spencer Torkelson? Yes. Rico Garcia in for the 11th. All the options you had, you chose Rico Garcia. Why? Because Rico Garcia got out of the ninth inning in the first game of the series? Yeah, maybe, but the 11th inning with a runner on second is not the same thing, especially when you got the heart of their lineup coming up, and Spencer Torkelson, who the Orioles had an opportunity to draft and did not, which is wonderful. All tied up again, 9-9. Here's Gunnar hitting the baseball. Got a runner on second base. He is able to move up. That's Taylor Ward. That's useful. That's useful. Hit it deep enough that you could get the guy. Get the guy over. Because here's Colton Cowser. Yep, the hero. Base hit up the middle. Scoring the run. The last run of this game. Finally. It's over. We're getting to the end of the game. And here is Grant Wolfram trying to get out of the whole game. Just trying to do it. He's trying to do it. He's got the 2 outs. Got runners moving up. Had to go to Andrew Kittredge for the last out. Why you went to Rico Garcia if Grant Wolfram and Andrew Kittredge were available? Don't know. And of course it was hit to Gunnar Henderson, and he throws on the run. So, yes. Somewhat dramatic, even more at the end. It's craziness. But does this make up a little bit for dropping 2 of the games that you, or at least one of the games that you shouldn't against the Braves? Maybe a little bit. Maybe. Because you still could have gone 4-2 in that span, but instead you went 3-3. Right back where you started. All right, let's get to MasterSports.com. Let's get to a few articles and get the hell out of here. All right, so maybe I missed this from my last video, or maybe it happened right around the time that I was making my video, so I didn't get the article. But let's talk about Yohel Pozo. Yes, actually, in this article here, written by Rock Kabatko, talking about the recall of Pozo and the designation of Sam Huff for assignment. And then you get to this article here, because I missed it, and I don't remember where the original article was, but just a recap, because I missed it somehow. You got a couple things in here. Pozo claimed off waivers Thursday, and to make room on the roster, they DFA, designate for assignment, Jonathan Rodriguez, and then later, most likely because of the claim process, the Pirates really wanted him, so they made a trade, and the Pirates gave up cash for Jonathan Rodriguez. So it was technically a trade instead of a designate for assignment. But now officially Jonathan Rodriguez out of the organization for the moment. You never know. Things could come back around. This article here also written by Rock Kabatko, as they apparently all are. I can't seem to get any other article other than it's fine. Talking about Ryan Mountcastle. Ryan Mountcastle rehab. Yeah, he was going to start a rehab assignment at some point. Let's say tonight, what's this, 28th. He was going to start his rehab, and they shut it down. Nothing specifically why did he have another injury. Is this a setback from his foot? Or again, is it another injury? Didn't give that many details other than shut down from rehab assignment. Disappointing. Also in this article, giving updates about Samuel Basallo and Adley Rutschman. They're still continuing their progression. It's weird. I guess I really thought about this after the last video, but I'll say it now. You got Basallo with a bum shoulder, can't throw, but he can catch. That's something that he can still work on. He can catch. And then you got Adley Rutschman with a bum wrist, which have mentioned, specifically Craig Alvarez has mentioned in some of his conferences that being a catcher and catching all these fastballs and slow balls and turning your wrist and cocking it, you can get some inflammation there. But Rutschman can't catch, but he can throw the baseball. Wow, if that ain't some damn irony or something there for you, ain't it? You out 2 catchers. One can't throw, and the other can't catch. Wow. And somehow both injuries are preventing them from hitting, which is also disappointing. However, all right, let's get to the final article here talking about Chris Bassitt. He is doing his rehab assignment, which is nice. His first rehab assignment over the past few days. Cool. He's going about 3 innings, which is nice. Good for him. The only downside is, what the hell do we do with him? I mean, at least at right now, to a certain extent, he's going to have at least 3 more starts, probably 4 more starts down there in the minor league with minor league AAA Norfolk. So still may be 3-ish weeks away from seeing Chris Bassitt or him being ready for action. So, of course, if he does come back, what happens then? Hopefully, there isn't room in the rotation. Sadly, yeah, I'll say it. As of right now, I don't want Chris Bassitt to come back because that means either somebody just started pitching terribly or they traded away a pitcher we kind of want him to keep or somebody got injured. I'm sorry, but I don't really want Chris Bassitt to come into the rotation. Not because he's not good enough, because they usually meant something went wrong. But anyway, it's coming. All right, let's get the schedule. Yes, today, Thursday, off day. Yay, woohoo. Then you can start a 3-game series with the Philadelphia Phillies coming into Camden Yards. Friday game scheduled 7:05. Saturday's game scheduled 7:05. Sunday's game scheduled 1:35. And then an off day Monday. You know how I love that. I don't. Not at all. Though, to a certain extent, maybe Monday is an off day for everybody because of the trade deadline. Because Monday will be the trade deadline. Maybe that's a rule that they were doing. I don't know. Oh well, this is me speculating. However, whatever. We're wrapping this up and we're getting out of here. This is going to do it for this edition of Ryno's Orioles Report. Please stay tuned for Monday, and I will discuss the series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Philadelphia Phillies. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm the Angry Ryno, and thanks for watching, those fans.